babies!
In a remote corner of the world, an entire island is in danger, and only the greatest action hero alive can save it. But he wasn't available.
We keep Crash relevant and bring him up to, bring him up to a proper character-based action hero in a whole bunch of ways. Give him, an enormous range of new moves. Give him this power from being able to jack these titans. We've got 20 levels in the game, and the levels move through sort of 5 major themes. We move through the verdant, lush green Wumpa Islands, which have been beautifully realized in this game. The art direction is just spectacular. And then you move through levels where there's sort of wood cutting and mining, and they're ripping everything apart, and you get more and more devastated until you get into the lava levels, where there's these enormous steel mosquitoes like sucking minerals out of the ground. And then ultimately you get to Cortex's Lair, which is this fabulous, like, super Liberace, over-the-top style place. And yeah, so very, very different themes. On the Wii SKU, we used second-generation gestures, so we wanted it to be more than just swinging a bat and hitting a ball, that kind of feeling with the Wii. We wanted it to be very intuitive, like you were controlling the enemy's arms. So every one of the enemies, and there's 15 of them in the game, has a series of attacks and also combos and time moves and that kind of thing. But their big special attack is always gesture-controlled and very intuitive. Like one of our titans, Scorporilla, you pound on your chest with the Wiimote and then slam the ground, and she does exactly the same thing in the game. And the projectile is fabulous because, the target comes up on screen with the Wiimote and just turns it into a light gun. Another place we used them was just to augment Crash's moves. Like, you can just snap your hands up every time you're jacking onto a creature. You can do his spin hover or just sit there spinning. Lots of stuff, lots of little stuff that you'll uncover in the game that just kind of make it easier. You can just, it just feels natural, because when you get used to the Wii, it's what you want to do with it. When we first started thinking about co-op, actually it came out because I give my team a week every 3 months to do whatever they want in the game. We call it a free week, and so we get all kinds of magic in the game from that. And so a bunch of them got together, and they just kind of prototyped this multiplayer thing. And because we had the hook in the game, which was jacking, the ability to take over and control another creature in the game, for co-op, we came up with the idea, we're thinking, how do you platform with 2 of you? You have to really nail every bouncy pad absolutely perfectly, every rope swing. And so we do have that mode in the game. But then we thought, like, what else could you do with that and with the jacking hook? Because we really wanted to find that depth in jacking. We wanted to specialize in it. And so we came up with this idea that, co-op, drop in, drop out. And when you do drop in, you can go into a mode where you automatically swap. So every time I jack onto the other Crash. So there's Crash and Carbon Crash. I jack onto the other guy, and then when he jumps, we swap midair, and now it's my turn. I control, and then he controls, I control, he controls. So you get into this, like, awesome rhythm together, like when you're, have a great volley going in tennis. It's that feeling. Truly cooperative, obviously, and also just that real, that real rhythm together. So it worked out really well. We went with a single fixed camera. And the characters are tethered together, so you need to stick closely together. So when you're in a combat arena or anything, of course, that's easy. If you get too far behind, it's just like Lego Star Wars, right? You just tug on each other, and you need to catch up. The other co-op mode we have, which is really cool, is that, if something's too hard, how do you get through it? If there's both of you, if the other player sucks, how do you work it? And so what you can do is actually jack onto the other character and just let him carry you through. And I've been convincing people this is the way to get your girlfriends to play a game with you, if they're not gamers, right? Because they can just have fun where they want to have fun, and then basically take a free ride on you for any part that they aren't comfortable with or whatever, and then unjack from you and play the game again. This game is on the shelves in North America on October 2nd, in Europe on October 9th. It is on everything: PS2, Wii, 360, PSP, the DS, and the GBA, and mobile.
Hey, that was a good one!